I remember it because my parents used to record me tapes. So I got my voice saying that I wanted to have a white suit and marry a very rich woman, which I didn't do in the end, but that was my first wish. I think I wanted to become a director around 11, something like that. Probably because my parents are actors, so I was used to go on sets and see how it worked. And I have a very clear memory of at the age of 13 when I was watching The Empire Strikes Back, when all of a sudden I turned toward the audience and I watched them watching the movie, and I realized, oh, almost religious-like. They were like in a church, watching all the same direction, having the same feelings at the same time. And I said, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to have that kind of impact on people. Well, I'm the father of 5 children. I think that helps me a lot. I think I have a lot to do also with my own childhood. My childhood was both funny and tragic. I lost a brother, so that was a tragedy, as you can guess. But all my memories are very happy. So I think that childhood has, I mean, from my perspective, has a lot to do with happiness and unhappiness. But it's all a matter of perspective. It's your own decision. You decide that something can be light and happy or turning into a disaster. I mean, sadness brings sadness, happiness brings happiness. It's a way to just be proud of yourself and that your decisions are the right ones, whatever, because you didn't, well, you always have the choice, but in the end it's your choice. You can often listen to people saying, I didn't have a choice, I had to do that, I had to become who I am, which is wrong, because you always have the choice. It may be not a happy choice, but it's a choice, and in the end, making a choice makes you free. Good question. Why do we forget our kids' promises? I don't know, I think it's because it's a big challenge to grow up. I think it's very difficult to grow up. So you start compromising and easing the pain with turning in some different direction. And probably because in our society we don't have a lot of respect for children. We just think it's a happy time, where it's not. I mean, being a child is very plain and intense. It's not that easy. It's not only that games. But seen from the adult, it has a lot to do with having fun and not being into a serious world. I think being a child is something very tremendously important. And the adult you are now is the children you decided to become. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. I like to this movie to have some kind of impact, just to have a moment of break in this crazy life we all have, and say, okay, where am I? Am I happy? And what would make the difference to make me really happy and proud of myself? Yeah, so probably Modern Times from Charlie Chaplin. Wow, I love the piano, Jane Campion. I love The Little Shop of Horrors from Frank Oz. Some musicals from Jacques Demy as well. I love a movie that no one knows, named I Am Cuba. And Wells, Orson Welles, a lot. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I am. As a matter of fact, when I wrote Love Me If You Dare, my first movie, I was trying to apply the structure of the Greek tragedy to a comedy, so I think I worked a bit on that. I don't know enough, but I know a bit. Well, yeah, it's always a blessing to work with actors. It's the reward from the moment of a shoot, of shooting a movie. Marion was not famous at all when I hired her on Love Me If You Dare, so it was just having another actress. She was who she is now. I mean, she was a major star, even so no one knew it at the time. Sophie, it was different because she is a big, massive star, but she doesn't act like one. She's the most accessible and easygoing person, and she had such a strong will to be part of that movie that it was really easy to work with her. I often compare making a movie to making a good meal with friends. Sorry. When you invite friends for a meal, you just first dream of the perfect meal with dishes, wines, flowers on the table. This is right in the script. Then you go on shooting, which is just grocery shopping, which is very boring. And then you prepare the meal, and this is editing, mix, everything that comes afterwards. So basically, shooting is very boring. It's just grocery shopping. You go, you take what you need. So to make it funny and interesting, the only way is to do it with friends, actors, for instance. So I consider the actors like friends who wants to come with me, make this grocery shopping, and then well, I hope that they love the movies. Yeah, of course. Well, so far it didn't happen to me that one of the actors who worked with me didn't like the movie. So it's an English-spoken movie. Wow, it's the adaptation of a bestseller of a children's book. It's about a family of ghosts who's being dispossessed from their ancestral manor. So it's very funny because basically they are a dysfunctional family. The father used to be a Scottish warrior who was chopped off in the sort of 13th century, so he has a kilt but no legs, he floats above the ground. The mother was beheaded, so she had a bag full of heads and she swaps her heads, and everything is like that. We've got a flaming skull as a son, etc. It's very funny. It's some kind of a mix between the Addams Family and Ghostbusters, that sing from the ghost looking at the living.
Félicitations Margaret. Le bruit court déjà que le montage financier de la centrale est bouclé.
Les Chinois doivent avoir une vue imprenable sur mes seins. Je gère ma vie sans la moindre place au hasard.
Et ça, c'est de hasard?
Si vous avez 5 minutes, c'est juste une signature. Ici.
Tu me reconnais vraiment pas?
Il doit y avoir une erreur parce que je m'appelle Margaret Floor. Et là, il y a écrit Marguerite.
Une erreur. Bon. Eh bien, là voilà l'erreur.
Cher moi-même, au moment où tu me lis, c'est ton anniversaire. Alors j'écris cette lettre pour t'aider à te souvenir des promesses que j'ai faites aujourd'hui, à l'âge de raison. Commençons par le plus important. Qu'est-ce que tu es devenue? Vétérinaire pour baleines? Princesse?
C'est ringard.
Chose importante dans la vie. Réussir les meilleurs avions en papier. Sauter dans les flaques. Remonter les escalators qui descendent. Embrasser un prince.
C'était immédiatement de m'importuner avec ces lettres d'enfant. Je ne veux pas me souvenir de mon enfance.
C'est pourtant pour ça que tu les as écrites, ces lettres.
Raconte-moi ton enfance.
Pourquoi?
Parce que je veux savoir, est-ce que tout le monde change? Ça veut dire quoi, grandir?
Grandir, c'est avancer.
La chose la plus importante au monde, c'est de ne jamais oublier les gens qu'on aime. Avec Philippe, on s'est mariés.
J'avais un ami d'enfance.
Allô?
Philippe.
Là, tu t'égares.
Cher moi-même, j'espère que tu n'as pas oublié notre rendez-vous.
C'est toi qui veux changer, moi pas.
Je suis complètement perdue.
Brûle ces foutues lettres et oublie-les.
C'est juste un béga de gosse, quoi, merde!
Reviens!
J'ai lu cette phrase d'Oscar Wilde. il est important d'avoir des rêves assez grands pour ne pas les perdre de vue lorsqu'on les poursuit.